Big fight, really is.
Former co-eder as he was.
And now let's welcome from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Undefeated with 4 victories, here is mighty Mohammed Alakel.
Here comes Mohammed Alakel now with a new trainer as well. It was Joe Gallagher for his first 4 fights, and now he's changed to Abel Sanchez, which means a move abroad as well to America. He's training out at Big Bear. Has a fight scheduled as well. Will be part of that Canelo Crawford undercard, Darren.
Yeah, do you know what interests me, the change there? Because he's looked very good. There's been progress in his style. He's really developed nicely as a fighter, so the change surprises me.
And as we can see here, he's full of confidence, and yeah, nice tattoo that he has on his leg there, which is always and nice to see him not talking for the change. It's always a relief. Oh no, there he goes, sorry. Will Dev get a word in edgeways? I doubt it.
Okay, well, Ralph, great to see you again. I mean, Riyadh is your second home, isn't it?
It certainly is, mate. We can't get enough of the place, can we? Hey, we love the people, we love the food, and we love a row.
And what I couldn't help but notice is your hands are looking very heavy. We're going to get a knockout Saturday.
I told you earlier, mate, 30 seconds, we're out of here.
30 seconds, that's very quick.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, we want to get back home, don't we? We need a beer.
Thank you very much. Best of luck, Ralph, everyone.
I just knew something was coming. I thought you might say something a bit like, you know when he said 30 seconds, I thought it might be something a bit crazy, you know? Yeah.
Look at that, it's perfect.
How you doing?
You can't do it. It's because of this, isn't it? It sticks to that. That all the time. All the time you should balance it, and what do you mind?
Dino, will it be you sort of guiding me through this, yeah? I can, but you know you talk very softly.
I don't know how to do that. I can't be.
I said, I can, but you know that you talk really softly. So I need you to maybe shout a little bit.
Just in case it runs over or something.
Maybe.
DAZN is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win! Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time, a night to remember.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
It starts with an engineer providing access to thousands of Shell EV chargers, helping supply more than 20% of the UK's gas, getting it from here to here, investing in people and communities to build skills for the energy transition. Shell is helping power the UK, now and into the future.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy. The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this.
Corner knockdown.
Still the undisputed champion of the world. Grand Arrivals, live on DAZN.
What's going on, people? It is day one of the Esports World Cup fight week. Look, I'm a gamer, I like gaming, but it's time for the best sport in the world to take center stage. Boxing. Anyway, our main event is a good one. We got Old Lion versus Young Lion, Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma, a great undercard as well. So you guys know what to do, right? It is day one's Grand Arrivals. It's time to check in.
Future of the heavyweight division rolls on undefeated.
next. I'm called the brightest prospect or whatever I'm called. It is just noise. It's just step by step, fight by fight. If you're gonna ask me like what's my plan in this division, is to knock Dillian Whyte out, I guess.
Going in with somebody like Dillian, who's got a wealth of experience and at the top level and so forth, would be a really big test for him.
Today gonna say that you're the best, tomorrow might say you're the worst.
You know, I ain't got nothing to prove to no one. All the pressure is on him.
Feels like a long time since we've been here, but we are back in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It is day one of the Esports World Cup Fight Week, and day one is grand arrivals, and what an intriguing main event as well. Dillian Whyte, the body snatcher, former world title challenger, against a man that everyone has already crowned as the future heavyweight world champion, Moses Itauma, Adi Ladipo, Barry Jones, Darren Barker. Here we are again, gents. It's been a while, right?
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, good to be back. Good to be back beating Barry
When
Jones
were we
on the
hit?
golf course.
We'll get into that at the end of the week.
One time.
I think it's been like since February that we were together. Obviously, and that was a fascinating card headlined by Beterbiev and Bivol. This is also fascinating because there are so many intrigues about this main event, right? Again, I said it, old lion versus young lion, the pretender to the throne against someone that tried to get to the throne and failed. I love this main event.
Yeah, but it's not so much a passing of the torch, but it might be a change of eras. And I think that's a problem there for Dillian Whyte, because he has to prove something that people are saying he hasn't got it anymore, that he's slowed down a little bit. And if you're only as good as your last fight, then it's a hard night for him, because he wasn't very good against Tete. He looked a little bit slower, like he couldn't really pull the trigger, and his punches, that the muscle memory, he was throwing the shots, they had no effect. Against someone like Itauma, who got great vision, fantastic feet, and punches from brilliant angles, that's always going to be an issue. But Dillian is tough and he's committed, and when he throws with everything. So there's always a risk that a guy who's never going to be hit properly yet in Moses Itauma, if he gets caught, how will he react?
Yeah, and Dillian Whyte's in great shape as well. Do we have to rein it in with Itauma? I mean, we're all doing it, and we're trying our hardest not to overhype him, right? Because we are looking for the heir apparent to AJ and Fury in terms of being that big global star. But he is so good, isn't he?
Yeah, look, I like celebrating this kind of talent. It's brilliant. And look, I think this is a test, a very decent test. We see McKeenan against Filip Hrgovic. It took him 12 rounds to get the job done, did Hrgovic. But the man is ridiculous. The way he dispatches his opponent, it's done with so much intelligence, speed, accuracy, spite, and so much ease, as I say. Look at him there, just, casually walking back to neutral corner, all in a day's work. But he's in there with a guy who goes in with a lot of pride. We've seen Dillian Whyte, he's trimmed down. He's taking this very, very serious. I think he's annoyed. And yeah. I don't mind an annoyed Dillian Whyte going into this fight. Very quickly, I feel he needs to look at the Usyk-Dubois fight and think, I'm not going to do what Dubois didn't. We thought Dubois was going to come out and go hell for leather. His best chance was the first 4 rounds. I think that's the same with Dillian Whyte here. I think he's got to grab this fight by the scruff of the neck and show him who's boss. Yeah,
and look, I mean, you look down Dillian's CV, win or lose, he's been in there with some big names. And he's caused big names problems as well. We know that left hook, Barry, we haven't seen it in a long time, but if he can throw that left hook, it's a problem.
It's a beautifully smooth shot, and when you have that in your locker, you don't have to load up with it. It's a natural movement for you. He has it. But when was the last time he really threw it with a conviction? It's been a while now where it's had any effect. And so we have to remember that. But I think what makes Dillian good and also vulnerable is every time he commits to an attack, he's all out. He throws a shot, he puts himself off balance, comes back with that left hook, puts himself back online again. He does that. But when you start to slow, those things that made you dangerous make you vulnerable. And against someone like Itauma, who is, as Darren said, very intelligent with his work, that can be a problem. But I do agree with Darren. You've got to really drag him into a war very, very early. He hasn't been grabbed, pulled about. He hasn't been hit with a clean shot. He hasn't been pushed. When he's hit somebody and they don't do anything, he hasn't been all these things, we don't know how he'll react. He might react great, but we don't know yet. And Dillian might be that fighter who can ask those questions. But again, form is everything, as Dallin's already mentioned earlier on tonight. We were talking privately. Form is everything. And at the moment, all the forms with Itauma.
It certainly is. I was unfortunate, maybe fortunate. I'm still trying to decide which one it was, to be in the middle of both Moses Itauma and Dillian Whyte. This is a little snippet of face-off.
This is one of those moments. Does the torch pass on to Moses Itauma?
If I go in there and I knock you out, everybody's going to say, yeah, Moses Itauma was going to do it.
You're the man, you know, so.
Or does Dillian Whyte derail a future superstar?
I've been written off so many times in life, it's like, it's mad.
Written off but not out. Is this the last outing for the veteran, or a chance to remind everyone of his legacy? It's a crossroad.
I'm an old man. This young man should help me cross the street.
If Itauma wins, the path to a world title gets clearer. The talk becomes reality. If Whyte wins, the comeback is on. The veteran stays alive. This is experience versus youth. Dillian Whyte, Moses Itauma. One fight, two futures. This is Face Off.
Yeah, you can watch the full episode of that on the DAZN Boxing YouTube page. And I wasn't scared at the end, you know what I mean? if you fast forward it all the way to the end, I wasn't scared at all, I promise you. One thing that Dillian Whyte does have, and you see it on that clip, he's very intimidating. And I almost feel like he needs to start the mind games with Itauma now. Itauma's only 20 years old. Yes, he's very good, but ultimately he's still a kid.
Yeah, get stuck into him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to do it on fight night, but try and play the mind games now. And I wouldn't, I wouldn't be smart with anything you're saying. I think I'll just be nasty and aggressive and really try and unsettle the younger, inexperienced man. This is all about him trying to, we've said it time and time again in fights like these before, old man him.
Yeah.
Get in there, unsettle him before the fight, unsettle him in the fight, and see if you can get hold of this fight after that first bell.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Right, that's the main event. Let's show you the rest of the undercard as well. Some very intriguing matchups. We kick things off with Muhammad Adakel. He takes on Yuman Santosh Singh. Raymond Ford takes on Abraham Nova. Remember, that was supposed to be Anthony Kakache. Very intriguing heavyweight clash here. Philip Hrgovic coming off that really good win against Joe Joyce. David Adelaide steps in. He was supposed to fight Jimmy Takevi again. He fights Philip Hrgovic. Hayata Sumi, he's on a bit of a whirlwind at the moment. He takes on Kez Ashfaq. Nick Ball, Britain's only male world champion, takes on Australian Sam Goodman. And then we've just been speaking about it, the main event, former world title challenger Dillian Whyte fights the heir apparent to everyone, Moses Itauma. Best other fight on the card? Anyone? Which one?
There's two for me.
No, you only have one. You can't do two. That's not part of the game.
Okay, I want to stay on the heavyweight theme then. I like Adelaide and Hrgovic. I think both of them. Hrgovic come back, got the win over Joyce, but still really looking for that big win. Adelaide, I think, by the way, this is brilliant matchmaking. Adelaide's done what he wanted to do domestically. Now he wants to announce himself on the world scene. Perfect fight.
Did you see Adelaide do that 10-second thing? Have you seen it?
Unbelievable.
I was in the room. I nearly had a heart attack. It was incredible. You know that thing where they got to press 10? They kind of stop the phone.
Right.
And they don't see it. They've got to do 10, and they've got to count 1, 2, 10 on the dot. Couldn't believe it. All my money on Adelaide.
I don't know if that helps you in the fight, but,
but if it gets dropped, he knows when to get up.
It was massive. It was impressive, and that's a skill that might help you in future.
Go on, what fight are you looking forward to?
It's got to be Nick Ball versus Sam Goodman. Stylistically, it's a fantastic fight. I mean, it's not an easy fight that people think it might be for Nick Ball. I think he's a big favourite. I mean, all this card, you have a clear favourite with a real banana skin of an underdog in all these fights.
That's what we like, isn't it? That is what we like. All right, it's time to get the show on the road. Let's throw it downstairs to your MC, Mr. Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand arrivals for Esports World Cup Fight Week as we get ready for a great night of World Championship Boxing to be held this Saturday, August 16th from the A&B Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, and Chairman of the Saudi Boxing Federation, Turki Al-Sheikh. This great event is being brought to you by Esports World Cup and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Spencer Brown for Gold Star Promotions, The Ring Magazine, and Sella, along with their great sponsors, STC, Kadia, SNB, Arena Fitness Innovation, and the Mike Tyson Boxing Club. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this great event will be broadcasted live worldwide on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com. Let's now get the grand arrivals started. Our first two fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 6-round lightweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Manipur, India. He brings a record of 3 wins, 6 defeats, and 1 win, coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Yumnam Santosh Singh.
Here comes Yuman Santosh Singh from India. This is a tough ask for him, it really is. Not necessarily because of his record, it's because I think Muhammad Alakel is getting better and better every time we see him. So look, I mean, hopefully he'll try and get some rounds, but it will be difficult against a man that I think's flying right now.
Yeah, he is. Alakel's looking very good, looking better with every fight. So Singh's really got it all to do. His first time fighting outside of India. One thing I will say, look, he's never been stopped. In his 6 defeats, there's no one who's been able to get rid of him inside the distance. Alakel yet to stop anyone. So this would be a really good chalk on the record if he was able to stop Singh, but he's got it all to do as the Indian.
He does it, but also with with Alakel, with Abel Sanchez, it'd be interesting if he is going to be more aggressive and more thoughtful with the shots.
I love this. He's looking around like, okay, do I do anything here? Or do I just continue to shadow box?
He's just got to enjoy the moment here, hasn't he? It's a huge moment for him.
Look at the amount of cameras focused on him. You're right, enjoy it.
3 wins, 6 defeats, look at him.
This is afforded for world champions, this sort of praise, this sort of attention. Let's not forget that. Which can be intimidating and daunting as much as it is like inspiring.
He does look quite heavy set, doesn't he? He looks quite thick on the shoulders and arms, doesn't he?
And I think that helps him. Like I say, hasn't been stopped in his 6 defeats, so maybe that helps him out in that department. Look, he has got it all to do, though, but seize that moment, get in there and give it your all.
Okay, I think someone's got to get him off the stage, because I'm going to throw it back to Thomas Schreiber to get Muhammad Alakel down.
And now let's welcome from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He is undefeated with 4 victories. Here is mighty Muhammad Alakel.
I'm liking this kid. Look, it's still very, very early. This will be his 5th fight. I will say this, though, I'm very surprised about the switch of trainer. I think he looked really good under Joe Gallagher. It seemed to be a good relationship forming between the two. He has now moved to Abel Sanchez, which I'm guessing means he's relocated to America as well.
Yeah, and it might very well be that. It's not always about going with a better trainer, someone's better fit, or your circumstances that suit you. But what he was doing, I think Joe Gallagher did some great work with him. He improved dramatically from his debut, and he is punching with authority now. And if he keeps going in the same vein, those stoppages will definitely come.
Look, maybe he wanted to get away from home comforts and change the scenery. Yeah, it is surprising, but if he can follow the work that Gallagher's done, then we're in for a treat. Very good fighter and fastly improving.
Okay, Muhammad Alakel, I mean, you are Riyadh, born and bred. Welcome home. How does it feel to be here?
Yeah, my 5th fight here back in Riyadh, and I've been working really hard, and I'm just looking forward to showing what I've been working on. So.
A new face in your corner as well. You're now with Abel Sanchez out in Big Bear. What has that done for you?
I mean, just getting more experience, learning. Big Bear's been really tough, very, isolated, and I think that's going to bring the best out of me, so yeah.
Best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Our next 2 fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round super featherweight contest. we will first welcome, born in Carolina, Puerto Rico, now fighting out of Albany, New York, USA. He brings a professional record consisting of 24 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw. 17 of his 24 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former world title challenger, Abraham Supernova.
Here comes Abraham Nova, who look had a bit of a nightmare 2024. He started to find his feet again in 2025, and I spoke to him yesterday, and he said people are underestimating him, and I think they are. I think he's a big, big banana skin, and you just have to watch the Oshaki Foster fight. If it wasn't for that knockdown in the last round, who knows? He could be a world champion. That's how close it is.
Split decision. You know, world title challenger, full of hunger and desire. I've heard him speak. He really feels he's got enough to unsettle Raymond Ford. I like him stylistically. He can do a bit of everything. He's got really quick hands, intelligent boxer, smart with everything he does. Footwork's very, very good. Really well at creating angles. Barry, a good fighter.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is, if his nickname's Super and he's Nova, why isn't he coming out as Oasis?
I don't think he knows who Oasis is.
I mean, someone got to tell him.
Someone's got to tell him, right?
They've written the song for him, pretty much.
Yeah,
but he's a good fighter. He is. You know, I think he likes to walk you down. He has a loose style, but when he's in defensive mode, those hands come up very, very quick. He likes to walk you down. You throw a single shot, he fires back really fast.
And what you can see, sorry Barry, what you can see now, he's a massive super featherweight. I'm looking at him now, I'm thinking, like Raymond Ford isn't the biggest, having just come up. He's really, I mean, he could be a 140 guy.
Oh, yeah, proper weight bully.
Okay, Abraham Supernova, you got the call to replace Anthony Kakachi, take on Ray Ford. Welcome to Riyadh season. How does it feel?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm here to, do what I got to do, and I'm just excited for this opportunity.
And you say, do what I got to do. I mean, Ray Ford, very, very good, skillful fighter. How are you going to get it done on Saturday?
Well, you guys got to tune in. Tune in. You guys going to see on the DAZN pay-per-view how Supernova, dethrones, Raymond Ford.
And they call you Supernova. I mean, you belong here amongst these stars, don't you?
I belong with the stars. My last name says it all.
Thank you very much. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And now let's welcome, coming to us from Camden, New Jersey, USA. He brings a professional record consisting of 17 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw, 8 of his 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 9 by Ring Magazine, he is the former WBA featherweight champion of the world, Raymond Savage Ford.
Very talented fighter is Raymond Ford. I mean, that 1 defeat could have gone either way against Nick Ball. It clearly struggled with the weight, moved up immediately after that, and so far so good. He's desperate to get in the mix. He's been calling out Oshaki Foster. He wants Lamont Roach. He wants anyone that might hold a bit of gold, but he needs to get past Nova to get it done.
I think he's a fantastic talent, I really do. He can blow a little bit hot and cold, I think, not with performances, not with he gets the results, with performances for sure, but I think the move up to super featherweight has suited him. I think his first fight against Gonzalez, he was absolutely fantastic. Lucky not to get the stoppage, unlucky not to get the stoppage there. He got fast hands, he got extremely fast feet. He moves in and out that distance very, very quickly, and he'll need that against Nova, I think. He's up against him with the size, but I do think this is the weight that suits him better, Darren, and I do fancy him for a really good performance.
He looks a bit fed up walking on the stage there, but a very good fighter, really accomplished 2 back-to-back shutout wins in the last 2. There's experience there, and there's this fire in his eyes that we like because he gets stuck in when he doesn't need to sometimes.
Okay, Raymond Savage Ford back in Riyadh. I guess you want to create some good memories here, right?
I had good memories the first time.
Well, this time, I assume you'll be looking to really get the job done and beat Abraham Nova on Saturday night.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me, what's it been like? Because you were meant to fight Anthony Kakachi, suddenly a replacement opponent. How are you feeling about this guy?
Same way I feel about every opponent.
Best of luck to you, Raymond Savage Ford.
Thank you.
Our next two fighters competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBO International and vacant WBA Continental Gold Heavyweight Championships. Let's first welcome the challenger. Coming to us from London, England. He brings a professional record of 14 wins, just one defeat. 13 of his 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former British, English, and WBO European heavyweight champion, Big D, David Adelaide.
Here comes Big D, David Adelaide, coming off that controversial fight against Jimmy TKV. We all thought he was going to run it back. I spoke to Adam Booth, and Adam Booth was like, would you take an FA Cup round 32 or a semi-final in the FA Cup? Semi-final in the FA Cup, that's what Filip Hrgović represents. Big opportunity for him, it's a big step up, but he weighs up the risk reward, and the reward is so good.
He has nothing to lose except the danger of getting knocked out. I mean, I know that's a big thing, but all I mean is, if he loses, he can step back down to his level and he's fine and rebuild again. But if he wins, he's catapulted into that world level. I think it's a fantastic, real gutsy move for him, and he's a good fighter as well. He really is. I think the move to Adam Booth, that twitchy little style, will suit him again. I think against Hrgović. It's just that low left hand that bothers me, Darren.
Yeah, and you know what? Tempo as well. I want to see him busier. When he lets his hands go, he's a joy to watch, but sometimes he can look to be wanting. Yeah, and look, I want to see him being his best here, and he's going to have to be to beat Filip Hrgović Saturday night.
Okay, Big D, David Adelaide. You always come to Riyadh. You're either ringside watching or you're in the ring fighting. Good to be back?
Yeah. It's like my second home now.
Listen, a lot of people were expecting you to do the rematch with Jamie TKV. You've taken a much more difficult task, a leap up in levels. How are you feeling about this fight?
Very good. You know, he's a human being and he's nothing special. So, you know, I think once you get to heavyweight, everyone's as dangerous as each other. So, yeah, good opportunity came and I took it.
He's done a few interviews this week, as you have as well. He seems quite dismissive of you, like he was of Daniel Dubois. Do you think he might be overlooking you?
I know he is, but it don't mean nothing, right? Or maybe he's just portraying that. He's had a full camp. You know, he's been losing all of this weight because he obviously knows what I bring to the table. So they can talk a good game, but obviously Saturday night, we'll see what he's really about.
Thank you very much, Big D. Good luck.
And now let's welcome the defending champion from Zagreb, Croatia, a 2016 Olympic bronze medalist, now with a professional record of 18 wins, just one defeat, 14 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 6 by Ring Magazine this Saturday, he will be the reigning and defending WBO International Heavyweight Champion, Filip El Animal Hrgović.
I have to admit, until Hrgović appeared on that heavy impact card when he was a replacement for Dillian Whyte and beaten Joe Joyce, I was like, where is Filip Hrgović? Like, nothing from him. We didn't know about the trainer situation. I think he still had scars from that Daniel Dubois defeat, but he came, he looked good that night. The engine looked okay.
It did, yeah.
And now he's training in Big Bear.
And I think that's the thing with him. I think and he is a talent. People forget he's not just a puncher. I think he's a really good boxer. He picks his punches really well. But I think he used to train and act like a man who was just destined to be something, and sort of took it for granted. And I think that defeat against Dubois, which he didn't box bad, and I didn't think either, to be fair. Thought he boxed well, but he ran out of gas like he did against Zhang as well, also. But I think he looked a new fighter against Joe Joyce, and he boxed well under pressure, and he pushed the pace as well. And if we get that Filip Hrgović, then it's a hard night for Adelaide.
Very quickly, how far if he wins is he away from the likes of Caviar and Parker?
I'd say next.
That's quick, nice.
El Animal. I mean, this is now your 5th fight in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You must love it here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back here. I'm enjoying to be here. I enjoy to box here. And thank you, Saudi Arabia, for hosting me and for your kindness. And can't wait for Saturday.
You can't wait for Saturday. I just spoke to David Adelaide. He thinks you might be overlooking him.
No, I'm not overlooking him. I did a hard training camp. I did everything what I normally do. So I'm ready for everything.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Our next two fighters competing Saturday in a super featherweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Leeds, West Yorkshire, England, a 2016 Olympian, now with a professional record consisting of 13 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw, 5 of his 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kez Ashfaq.
Old man Ebro asking me stupid questions, trying to use me to
Here is the very highly touted Kez Ashfaq, or once highly touted, had an incredible amateur record, an Olympian, European Games medalist, ticked all the boxes, but this is pro game, and he seems to maybe lack something in the pro game.
Yeah, I would say so. Certainly punch power, physical presence in a contest, and this fight could be all wrong for him. He's going to have to fight out of his skin here. I feel he's got to stay out of range of Satsumi's punches, who punches so sharp and accurate with every single shot. His punch resistance has worried me a little bit. He's been dropped in numerous fights, and me and Barry have been talking. The presence, the pressure fighter is his kryptonite. He doesn't seem to like it, which surprises me, actually, with that amateur pedigree.
Full fight camp, he told me, though, yesterday. 10 weeks, he doesn't normally get that. So no excuses here.
It'll help. Listen, I know a little bit about having those physical strength and no power. and I know, and at the same weight, ironically, I know what that's like. But you have got to have a good chin, and you've got to be super, super fit. And having that camp might help him.
Okay, Kez Ashfaq, welcome to the big leagues. Welcome to the big stage. How are you feeling, my friend?
Great. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. Happy to be here.
You are facing a very talented fighter, a Ring Magazine ambassador. How are you going to get it done? How are you going to upset the odds?
No doubt I'm fighting a good fighter, but I believe in myself. Listen, I know my ability. I know what I can do. I know I can go out there and beat him. And all you got to do is wait till Saturday night to see it.
You've had a long camp, good camp for this as well. You feeling like you're in shape and you're ready to get it done?
Great camp, great camp. I can't complain with the camp. With my coach Rivik has been unbelievable. So like I say, I look forward to showing what we've been learning and getting the victory over this kid.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
And now let's welcome, coming to us from Tokyo, Japan. He had a stellar amateur career, becoming a youth world champion, and now, as a proud Ring Magazine ambassador, he is undefeated as a professional with 7 wins, 4 of his 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hayato Tsutsumi.
Hayato Tsutsumi is very intriguing. You heard Thomas Triver say 4 stoppages. Those are his last 4 fights. And those have arguably been at a higher level. He seems to have found his form. His punch power was now there. He's sitting on his shots. He's quite a scary prospect, isn't he?
I think he's very, very good. He's quite methodical with his pressure, but it's constant and it's heavy. I don't think, he's not a knockout puncher, but every punch is solid. He punches correct. And he's had a really good apprenticeship. Every fight's had a winning record. And the last few have been really good, former world title contenders, and really good fighters. And he busts them up. He's just on you all the time. Intelligent work. No lateral movement, Darren, but the rest of the stuff is really good.
And you said there, his apprenticeship so far, 8-rounder on his debut. In his 3rd fight, he was doing 12 rounds. And that shows you that the pedigree of this man, as Barry said, a very good fighter, a good puncher with both hands, sharp, accurate, definitely one to watch.
Okay, Hayato Tsutsumi. We've got a translator here as well who will help us. Tell us how excited you are to be boxing here. First time outside of Japan, Riyadh season debut.
今回日本以外が初めて会場というかサウジアラビアにいらしたことに関しての気持ちを聞かせてください。
そしてこのサウジアラビアのリヤドでこの大きなイベントで試合できることを本当に嬉しく思っていますし。今すごくワクワクしています。
So I'm very excited to to come to Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, and I can't not wait for this weekend.
You are a Ring Magazine ambassador. There's a lot of hype about you. What are you going to show us on Saturday?
土曜日は素晴らしい KO での、僕の勝利を皆さんにリヤドの皆さんにお見せしたいと思いますので楽しみにしていてください。
So I'd like to show you all and the people in Riyadh that's like my KO, like to make it to KO this weekend. So please be excited and please be wait for me.
Best of luck. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event Saturday, it is scheduled for 12 rounds and it will be for the WBA Featherweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger from Albion, New South Wales, Australia. He brings an undefeated record with 20 wins, 8 wins, coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 4 by Ring Magazine, let's welcome the undefeated world title challenger, Sam Goodman.
The Australian conveyor belt continues, right? We are seeing so many fighters now come from Australia. Sam Goodman is the latest one. We all heard about him last year, scheduled to fight Inoue twice, pulled out injured twice. One was a very bad gut. He gets his chance now against a champion in Nick Ball. Has to move up in weight, but I think you said this a bit earlier. He's actually not that too dissimilar in build. I mean, you look at him really, and you wouldn't think he's a super bantam anyway. He looks quite stocky.
And also just a little bit more, a few pounds just to train a little bit harder and I'm the real boil down. He's a good fighter. He keeps his shape really well. The structure's good, and he'll need that against Nick Ball. But Nick Ball's pressure forces you to lose your shape, and then that's when he does all his good work, catches you on the move. Goodman likes to walk you down. Can he push Ball back? If he can, he's got a really good chance. I tell you what though, as well with Goodman, he is tough. Extremely, extremely tough.
Okay, Sam Goodman, I mean, you've been waiting and waiting for a world title shot. Most people thought it would come at super bantam. It's come at featherweight. How are you feeling about this one?
Feeling great, stoked to be here, and I'm ready to do the job, man. I'm ready to handle business. So I prepared well, prepared hard, and man, I'm ready to shock the world.
I've been watching your YouTube series as well. There is a real determination in you and your camp.
Absolutely, man. This is a lifelong goal and a lifelong dream me and my team have had, and we've worked relentlessly towards it, and we're ready to achieve it this Saturday.
You are taking on a wrecking ball. So what are you going to do when this wrecking ball is coming towards you? How do you react to that?
I'm going to absolutely go right through him. That's what I'm going to do.
Best of luck to you, Sam Goodman.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
And now let's welcome the defending world champion from Liverpool, England. He brings an undefeated record with 22 wins, 1 draw, 13 of his 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 3 by Ring Magazine and in his 3rd world title defense. Here is the undefeated, relentless, reigning and defending WBA Featherweight Champion of the World, Nick the Wrecking Ball.
It's a great name, isn't it? Look how casual he is. I mean, him and Ray Ford are trying to outdo each other for the most disinterested in the walk. But he is a fantastic fighter, and he's one of those that you just know what he's going to do on the night. He always seems to deliver a fun fight.
Yeah, look, first off, don't write off Goodman in this fight. He's a live dog. He really fancies it, as we've heard here. But if you're fighting this man, you need to try and chalk up some of the rounds early, because this man, he gets to you. He is relentless. If you're not fit, you're not conditioned. What we know Goodman is, he will get to you. He's non-stop, Barry.
By the way, very quickly, Barry, before you answer, he's doing the AJ thing. He's got the AirPod on. What's he listening to on the AirPod? Sorry, Barry.
I tell you one thing with him though. He's all about this wrecking ball. There's intelligence to his pressure. He closes that distance from A to B very, very quickly. But he sort of leaps in, and you think, well, your feet off the floor, that's stupid. But because he comes in from a very low angle, he's short, but he gets lower, and he jumps up. You almost can't defend against it, and that allows him that, he almost got like a couple of seconds there to let his hands go freely. And for someone like him with his energy and strength, that's tremendous.
Yeah, look, a unification fight's the dream, right? The dream is Inoue if Inoue does pop up a weight class. After this one, surely it is either of those options, isn't it?
I think so.
Unification or Inoue?
Yeah, he's done everything required up to that point. Served his apprenticeship, won the world title, now it's that massive fight. But again, don't mind having one eye or half an eye on Inoue and bigger fights, but you've got to take care of business. As we've seen there, Goodman fancies us.
One thing we've got to appreciate about Bull, yes, he's a world champion. He's a busy world champion.
Yeah,
I mean, he
unbelievable.
fights and fights and fights, and it's not like a lot of the world champions that are giving you one fight a year. He's trying to give you 3 in 14 months, which is a credit to him.
But it's better, one, it keeps him in shape, constantly keeps him in shape. It makes him a better fighter because whatever he's learned in the last fight, he takes into the next fight. He hasn't got to regroup and remember it all. He's just flowing into one camp after another. And because I think he's a keep fit fanatic by the look of him. He has to be the way he fights. It suits probably his lifestyle. I mean, being busy, as we've seen certainly in the 80s, being busy, a world champion, makes you a better fighter. And also, it shortens your career so you can get out quick and get out successful.
How good is Sam Goodman? Again, look, all these fights have been in Australia. We haven't seen him travel yet. We don't really know because he hasn't had that big marquee stand-up fight. This is his marquee stand-up fight. How good is Sam?
Yeah, he's well schooled. He works off the fundamentals very, very well. Good jab. He's got a good tempo to his work. As he said there, look, he can fight on the back foot, but he likes to be aggressive. So he's a bag of tricks, really. He can sort of do everything. He's versatile, and that's important. You've got to be able to mix up your work against someone like Nick Bull.
All right, isn't just August 16th this Saturday. Loads more coming your way on DAZN, the home of boxing.
DAZN, the undisputed global home of boxing, where the greatest fighters take center stage, with fights every week and over 185 a year. And now, the mighty Queensberry joins over 30 worldwide promoters to up the ante like never before, with the best of the best. The biggest nights. There's no limits to what's possible. Nobody brings you closer to the action. Because if the fight is on, it's on DAZN, the global home of boxing.
And look at this schedule coming up. Look at this. I mean, Crocker versus Donovan 2, which is going to be incredible. September 13th. October 4th, Collins, European title fight against Lorente. Then Allen versus Makhmudov. Who would have thought about that fight a couple of months ago? It does happen. Arsenbek Makhmudov takes on Dave Allen. And then I think maybe the card of the year, and it's getting better and better. Beterbiev now added to that card. Ring 4 card, Night of Champions, Benavidez versus Yard. Not just boxing though on DAZN. A bit of golf for you golf fans as well.
DAZN is home to the Live Golf season. Fabulous. With the world's best players. Join forces in the first ever Team Golf League.
No.
54 elite golfers. Yes. Including major champions and global icons.
Extraordinary.
This is golf, but not as you know.
You're magnificent.
Who will come out on top? Beauty. Watch every swing on DAZN.
The champ is here. Play a bit of golf, Nick? Huh? Do you, yeah?
No, my brother.
Okay, good. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, these two do. Don't do it. Stay on my side.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Nick? How's training gone?
Feeling good, yeah. It's when all good, ready to go now. Just enjoy this week and do what's got to be done, and then Saturday night's go time.
We were talking about Sam Goodman. There'll be a lot of people at home that maybe aren't too familiar with him. Obviously, these two know him very well. Unbeaten, coming up from a weight class, but really does look like a featherweight already. Have you studied him much? What do you know about him?
Not really, no. Don't know much about him. As you said, he's unbeaten, but I don't really study my opponents. Leave that to me coaches, and then I'll see them on the night.
Nick, is this more of the same as far as approaching the fight? Just grab the fight by the scruff of the neck and get busy?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I do, yeah. Just straight to it, really. All action, and just see what I've got to do on the night and on the job.
What's it like being, since you won the world title, you've been so busy, have you had chances to sit back and go, look what I've done? Because you've been so busy, can you enjoy it when you're in camp after camp after camp? Have you had a chance to appreciate what you've done so far?
Yeah, in little tiny bursts, but then you're back focusing on what's in front of you, aren't you? Because there's always something next, so there's always something next and coming, so you can never really settle or rest.
Has it changed your mindset, like how you approach fights and how you...
Yeah, definitely, because when I was coming up, I wanted to come and have this, get the world title and the #1 spot, and now that I've got it, I don't want to let it go. So it's that you're more hungrier, and it's
oh wow,
it's sort of deeper than boxing now. Yeah.
What's it like, Nick, when, and look, you hear the noise, they've already planned your next fight and your next fight, and they've already got the plan for you. How do you make sure that you just concentrate on that one right in front of you rather than get excited for what could come before the end of the year and the start of 2026?
Just with a good mindset, really, yeah, with a professional mindset. This is what we sign up for, so people are going to say this, say that. You've just got to stay focused on the main thing, what got you there, which is the fighting, so tend to do that.
Before I let you go, main event, two guys that you know very well. How do you see that one playing out?
I see Moses winning, yeah, big performance.
Good, don't let Dillian know that, by the way, he's not happy very well. All right, let's throw it back to Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, our highly anticipated main event this Saturday will be Experience versus Youth. 10 rounds scheduled for the WBO Intercontinental, WBA International, and vacant Commonwealth Heavyweight Championships. We will first welcome the challenger from Brixton, London, England, and proudly representing his heritage of Jamaica. He has a professional record of 31 wins, 3 defeats, 21 wins, coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the most prominent and charismatic heavyweights of the past decade and the former WBC interim world champion, Dillian, the Baby Snatcher Whyte.
Dillian Whyte about to make his walk. It's a walk he's done so many times before. Former world title challenger, wants to get back into that position. I spoke to him yesterday. I said, give me your hit list. And he's like, I want that Fury fight again. I want AJ again. And why not Usyk? Why not challenge myself? One thing we do know is that he's got into the best shape we've seen in a long, long time. And I guess that's what was always questioned, right? Because he looked good. Physically, he didn't look good against Ebenezer Tete. We know he looks good now.
Yeah, and he's just got to be nasty. He's got to be horrible. He's in great shape, as you say, but we need to see some of the old Dillian Whyte. He's got to find some of that spite, that aggression, that fire. If he's to unsettle the young contender in Moses Itauma, I just think, we said it, he's got to try and old man him. He's got to be horrible. He's got to be tough, rugged, and spiteful.
It's the snap in the punches. I think that's what lacked against Tete. The muscle memory was there. He threw the right shots at the right time, but it just lacked a little bit of acceleration and pace. And you know, with that, you get the turn in the shot. That really makes a difference when in that last little 6 inches. And he didn't quite have that in that fight. That might just been overlooking him, looking for a bigger fight. And he got the rounds under his belt, and he'll be happy with that. But he won't be happy with not getting him out of there. So if he's trained right in this fight, and he has got something left, which we hope he has, then he will be a real problem for Itauma. And as Darren said, if you can drag him into a war very, very early, make Itauma panic a little bit about the pace of the fight, or not have everything his own way, or when he hits him he doesn't move, or getting caught with that sweeping, beautiful left hook that he has, then there's a fight on.
Looks good. Looks very, very good. Looks relaxed, looks calm. He's been there. He's done this all before. He knows what he needs to do. It's about transferring all of this now, that positive mindset into the fight Saturday. Get the job done. Keep your career on track. Keep those big fights in sight, because a loss here, that's the end of your career, I'm afraid.
You know what I like? I like that he smiled. As soon as he came out, he smiled. It's like, I'm back. Because, you know, he's missed the big fights. He's missed the opportunities in the last few years. And that seems to me to be a happy man. A happy man could be a very dangerous man.
And you know what, I think that's a real good point, that is, because he is a big-time fighter. I forget about that. I mean, so, you know, he is, in Gibraltar, he was in a leisure centre, and we forget that. He for the big occasion, win or lose, he turns up. And this is a big occasion for him, and we might hopefully see, the clock might go back, we might see a new revigoured Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. Ultimately, you want to see a better Dillian Whyte, because then that will answer the questions that we have about Moses Itauma.
Yeah,
so it almost both can answer each other for us.
Exactly that, spot on. And that's an exciting prospect. It really is. If we have to have Dillian Whyte close to his best, it's a brilliant contest.
All right, let's go back to Thomas Schreiber to bring out Moses Itauma.
And now let's welcome the defending champion from Chatham, Kent, England. He was a stellar amateur, and now as a professional, undefeated with 12 wins, 10 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. let's welcome one of boxing's rising stars, the hard-hitting, reigning and defending WBO Intercontinental and WBA International Heavyweight Champion, Moses Itauma.
All right, here comes Moses Itauma. As Moses Itauma makes his walk, Dillian Whyte has joined us on stage as well. Dillian, we were saying that you look very happy walking down there. We saw a big smile, we saw fist pumps. You're just happy to be back in a big fight.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Obviously, obviously I'm up against it. Everyone's writing me up. It's good. It's a good place to be. I ain't got nothing to lose, so everything I do, I ain't got nothing to lose. So it's good to be in this position, man. Normally, I'm not always in a bad position, but there's nothing to lose.
Dillian, do you understand why people are writing you off? Yes, you've got the pedigree, yes, you've got the experience, but I guess if you look at your last performances and form, and I think you'll be the first to admit, they haven't been great.
Yeah.
Get rid of the external noise. Have you got something to prove to yourself in this contest?
No, I ain't got nothing to prove to myself. Listen, I far surpassed what I should have done in life, where I've come from. Sometimes I think to myself, bro, I'm 37 years old, I'm here, I got kids. I got a wife, I got a family, I got everything. I'm inspiring people, I'm doing things. I'm one of the best fighters in the world. Sometimes it's unbelievable, so yeah.
Well, with that, Dillian, because you've done so much and you've been fantastic and you've been a big-time fighter, that's the truth. And all those things you just said about the family and everything else and surpassing what you thought you could do, what's left for you to achieve now in your mind? Is it the world title or?
I'd love to avenge my 2 defeats. I'd love to get a chance to avenge my 2 defeats. And I'd love to fight for the world title again. I don't think I've done myself justice last time, 3 of us here are fighters, and sometimes you can have a good camp and then last minute things can happen, and then sometimes mentally you arrive there, but you're not really there. And that, I think that's how happened to me in the Fury fight, but it's what it is.
Have you found out why that was, or was it just something that happened and you couldn't click?
When you're a family man and you got family and stuff and young kids and stuff and other things, it's life. Sometimes life kicks in the balls at the wrong time. That's just what it is.
Preparation? On point?
Oh, for this one?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know he's good. You can see his shape. You know he's good. He's good. Dillian, appreciate you coming up, Dillian. Enjoy the rest of the fight week. This must be different as well for you, because it's not just Friday and Saturday, it's the whole week.
You know what? We're used to, in the UK, having the whole week anyway, but this is just, everything's at night, and it's a much bigger event and stuff, and obviously, different stages of our career and stuff, but, a lot of it's new to him. I've been in this position so many times. A lot of it's new to him, so,
Quickly, prediction. I want to ask early.
The black person is going to win.
the darker person.
I just said black person, bro, so that's it.
Dillian, appreciate you coming. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
busy fight week this week, isn't it? Remember, it isn't just this as well. We have a WBC Grand Prix coming up as well.
We are all set for the WBC Boxing Grand Prix.
This tournament thrusts you into the limelight.
Big left hook.
Gives you opportunity to learn your trade, and more importantly, get a fan base.
That one deserves a replay. Oh my goodness, what a left hand! It's over. We are in for a treat here tonight.
No,
Busy fight week, and that's what we like. Remember, Wednesday is the WBC Grand Prix quarterfinals. I believe Barry Jones is working on that. And there's a busy man because he's got the open workouts straight after as well. That's Wednesday. Thursday is the press conference. We are going to hear from Dillian Whyte and Moses Itauma once again, going back to back. Friday, you know what we got on Friday? It's coming. Friday, it is the Box Raw Sparring Club. Remember, they had one in New York and Queens. Very enjoyable. It's also the weigh-ins on Friday. And then on Saturday, Saturday is fight night. Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma. Remember, buy that, DAZN.com/boxing. It's one you don't want to miss. And Moses Itauma joins us now. How are you, Moses?
I'm all right. I'm a bit tired.
It's a long fight week, isn't it?
It's a long fight week.
It's only Tuesday.
It's a long fight week, but I'm here. I'm live, I'm well, so I can't complain.
Give us your schedule. Obviously, we know other stuff that you're going to be doing? Media workouts, press conference. How many times do you hit the gym during this week?
I'll give you today. Today, for example, I woke up around 11 o'clock, had a boxing session. After my boxing session, I went for a massage. But Francis scheduled me an interview with Sky Sports. He's like, mate, you got to do it, you got to do it. I was like, all right, cool, but I'm going to have to do it in my robe. So I'm sat there in this dark room doing this interview with Sky Sports in the robe. And I was like, I'm going to look like such a...
True superstar already.
No, that's not the impression I want to give off. Anyways, and after my massage, I trained S&C and then went home, freshened up a little bit, and now we're here.
Busy
Public
day.
work.
Busy day.
Moses, let me take it away from you for a second. Let's assume that Dillian Whyte turns up at his best. What challenges are you facing?
As in, you want literal answers. As in, like,
what does Dillian do well? What problems does he pose you?
Like, Dillian's has boxed over, I think, 230 rounds more than I have. So with having that, bearing in mind, that brings with a lot of experience. He said it himself, like when we was doing the face-off, that I'm a young guy, but I've had loads of experience. When he means by loads of experience, although I haven't done it in the bright lights, because I haven't actually been able to, because guys are not being able to surpass the 6th round, I have experienced it in sparring. So as much as you lot want to find out about me, I'm going into this fight finding about myself. I've proved from time to time in my sparring sessions what I'm capable of, so that's why I got the confidence. But I don't know what I'm capable of under the bright light. So when you lot are asking me these questions, I honestly can't give you an answer. Whether it's the chin, whether it's the engine, whether it's this, when I find out, you lot are going to find out as well.
Is it hard, Moses, shutting out all that external noise, all this talk about breaking records, the talent, you're going to be the future heavyweight king? Is it hard to switch off from that, or do you feed off of it?
I don't really know how to answer that question, because I've never listened to them opinions anyway, because you lot aren't going to throw the punches for me. You lot don't wake up having to play the Moses Itauma role every day. So if you lot opinions change every single day, that doesn't mean that my opinion should change of myself every single day. So, like, don't get me wrong. I listen to what you lot are saying, but I only listen to that because, like, okay, cool, this is your expert opinion. You might drop a little gem in there. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to lie, I'm just like, you're telling me something that I know already. So when I go into the ring and you lot touting me to be the next talent, to be the next whatnot and blah, 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 it's good to hear, but it doesn't do me no favors. So I just kind of ignore it, and obviously I let you lot do your job, and then my job is obviously to do the boxing.
Do you feel that your temperament, and just explaining there how you sort of can cancel things out and just focus on yourself, it looks like it helps you so much in the ring because you seem so calm and focused under any pressure that you pick the target so well? Do you think that your personality outside the ring helps you inside? Where sometimes fighters need to be more aggressive or angry, but your calm demeanor seems to suit you.
Yes, the problem is with that is that if you can only fight when you're angry and you wake up and you're not angry, that means your technical ability is based on how you feel, which that hasn't worked on me. That's like whether my best sparring session that I've had this camp was with 2 hours sleep. Like, honestly, I spent I couldn't sleep that night and whatnot and blah blah blah, and I told him, listen, I've slept for like 2 hours, and I went in there and I had the best spar I had the whole camp. So basically what I'm trying to say is, like, I know exactly what I got to do. So it's even like if Ben goes to me and he tells me that, okay, cool, you had a trash spar. He doesn't just say that just to tell me, like, okay, cool, fix up. He was gonna show me why I done it. Because, okay, you might be tired, but was your decision making on point? And if your decision making wasn't on point, why is it not on point? So I don't know. I've just waffled off there, but hopefully I've answered the question.
It made sense. It made total sense.
It did make sense. Moses, final one. This is it, right? This is your new life, headlining, main events. You mentioned the Sky Sports interview. Everyone here wants to interview you or take photos of you. What's that like, that transition where before you could almost just come in under the radar, take a couple of photos, do some interviews, and then go? Now everyone wants a piece of you. How's that?
I can still do that.
Yeah.
I still have the choice to just go.
You can just go. Yeah.
But-
There's a route out. You're
Exactly. But I know that becoming a main event, becoming whatnot, there is that added bit of people want to get what I mean? People want to interview, people want to whatnot. And I'm just like, I get paid well to do this. So I'm like, I need to keep my end of the bargain.
I'll see you in a couple of years if that still is the same. Moses, appreciate you coming to speak to us. Thank you very much. Good luck on Saturday.
Yeah, you done me there.
Thank you. All right, let's remind you of what we got coming your way on Saturday. That was the main event. Let's show you the rest of the card. Muhammad Adekel kicks things off against Human Santosh Singh. Raymond Ford against Abraham Nova. Philip Hrgovic. What an intriguing heavyweight fight this is. Against David Adelaide. Hayato Sutsumi takes on Kez Ashfaq. Nick Ball, the only world champion on British shores, male world champion, takes on the Australian unbeaten Sam Goodman. And Dillian Whyte takes on a man you just saw there, the unbeaten Moses Itauma. Dillian Whyte looks really good. No, honestly, he looks really good. I mean, so does Moses, but we always know what Moses looks like. Dillian's the one that kind of goes back and forth with weight and mood and demeanor. He looks focused. I like the anger. I like that as well. All of a sudden, people are starting to kind of, not switch sides, but I think giving him a bigger chance than maybe they would have.
Yeah, look, I like the fact he feels he's got a point to prove, you know, with a good performance here. Look, he's desperate to get back to those big fights, wants to avenge the losses to AJ. He wants that big taste again. This is a tough challenge. You know what I like about Moses there? I like the maturity in his answers there. You know, 20-year-old man though, but he's so level-headed in the way that he's taking it all in his stride.
Agreed.
You know, he's understanding that to not worry about the external noise. You know, I've just got to do my job, do it as best as I can, and if he does do it to the best that he can, I think the world's his oyster.
He's intelligent. I mean, the way he talks about boxing, whether he likes it or not, or whatever the stories are, the way he talks about boxing, about his preparation and everything else, he's an intelligent fighter. And he got the ability to match it. I was bigger than winning. I'm bigger now. I mean, as good as Dillian looks, I mean, he's in trouble, man. I can't say anything else. He's got to just chuck the kitchen sink at most of the time.
Chink is good as well.
Yeah,
you can chuck that as well.
He got to chuck it. He got to do everything. Like, he got to be as rough as he possibly can. Because this kid is a real thoughtful man, and I think in that division, that's a real problem. Where power supersedes everything. When you got a guy with intelligence who thinks about everything he does and has the ability to do it, game over.
Well, I like it. That's a perfect way to end. All right, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Remember, it is the WBC Grand Prix. We're at the quarterfinal stage. This man will be working, and he'll be joining us again for the media and open workouts. That's tomorrow, so make sure you tune into DAZN. Day 2.
Future of the heavyweight division rolls on undefeated.
I'm called the brightest prospect, or whatever I'm called. It is just noise. It's just step by step, fight by fight. If you're gonna ask me like what's my plan in this division, is to knock Dillian Whyte out, I guess.
Going in with somebody like Dillian, who's got a wealth of experience and at the top level and so forth, would be a really big test for him.
Today you're gonna say that you're the best, tomorrow might say you're the worst.
You know, I ain't got nothing to prove to no one. All the pressure is on him.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
How do you like it? On the shot, so aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this.
Grand Arrivals, live on DAZN.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
Electric. I bet they bought the car with crypto.